So another Sandy Hook Advisory Commission member, Wayne Sandford. So he was a professor, or is a professor at the University of New Haven's Henry Seeley College of Criminal Justice and Forensic Sciences, and former deputy commissioner of the Connecticut Department of Emergency Management and Homeland Security. Here's a Intellius profile listing a bunch of his past employment. Can pause and read, go full screen. Here's an article from September 1st, 2011, and Wayne Sandford is advocating for funding for the East Haven Trolley Museum that was damaged during Hurricane Irene. And here's a little more on the article. I'll put links to this in the description if you want to check out the article. But I wanted to point out that Coe Avenue and Hemingway Avenue from this clip. I'll get back to why I've got that underlined. I'll come right back to that. But first, 1 year after Irene, East Haven Museum awarded a $1 million grant. So Wayne Sandford, general manager of the museum, will receive a $1 million grant for this project. And dated October 27th, 2012. Keep that date in mind, August 27th, 2012, because it just happens to be the same day Terry Edelstein was appointed governor liaison to nonprofit organizations. So this little next clip shows the date from Malloy's office here. This is from Malloy's site. Monday, 27th of August, 2012. She's appointed to governor's nonprofit liaison. So her history prior to that was, for the past 30 years, she served as president and CEO of Connecticut Community Providers Association, a trade association that represents organizations providing services and support for people with disabilities and significant challenges. So this new position gives her a lot of power as to where grant money goes. And for someone that's been in the field for 30 years, this is a huge bonus for her. And getting back to Sandford, this is a photo of him in the trolley car here. Another clip showing about the $1 million grant. This 114 Hemingway Avenue, this is half the house, the left side of the house. The other side is 116. This next clip shows under current owner, Wayne E. Sandford. He's connected to that address. This is a People of Finders clip. He owns this house at Hemingway Ave that was brought up in that previous clip about the trolleys. So it's that home that he owns is in the same area. And on his Radarist profile, you can see a previous addresses on Coe Avenue in East Haven. This is his backyard. This trolley car project is really important to him. And he was rewarded with that just a few months prior to the events of Sandy Hook. So there's another $1 million grant plus a $250,000 grant connected to other damages to Irene. I'll put the links to this in the description. I'm not going to take too much time to go over it. There's also this article, and this is it. It'll be in the link in the description as well, talking about Sandford, Deputy Commissioner of the State Department of Homeland Security. Viper teams are the Transportation Security Administration's visible intermodal protection and response teams. And I'm not really sure of the importance here, but there's very little information I can find on this Viper team. And it's an older article, but there's a photo connected to that article of Sandford with some of his buddies there. The other interesting thing I found on Sandford here under the header Other, the last sentence, he is also an ordained deacon for the Roman Catholic Church, which is something you wouldn't find without a little bit of deep digging here, that he's a deacon. So I'm going to do some review on what some of these other Sandy Hook Advisory Commission members, some of the bonuses they received to comply with whatever frickin' agenda Malloy tells them to. Like, that's the way I see it. It's not just my opinion. I'm supporting my opinion with facts here of showing that everything connected to these advisory commission members right around before or shortly after the events of Sandy Hook. Their dreams are coming true with the organizations they're attached to receive big monies. So as review, Adrienne Bentman, her and Harold Swartz both connect to Hartford's Hospital's Institute of Living. Excuse me. They received a $1.25 million grant December 10th, 2013. There's a photo of the Institute of Living. It's creepy like Fairfield Hills with a similar history. This little clip here at the bottom says IOL, Institute of Living. Researchers were awarded $4.1 million in new grants this year. Committee member Alice Forrester, connected to the Clifford W. Beers Guidance Clinic. She receives grants as well on the January 28, 2013, about a month after the shooting, a $1.6 million grant. We have Patricia Kivney Maruka. She is a former technical high school teacher. The school she's connected to receives a $3.5 million grant. There's another clip right from Malloy's office talking about the allocation of $3.5 million. I just shared last vid about Robert Dusabella. He's been around forever doing security. He's awarded with a multi-year construction contract with the World Trade Center. But he's done security from everything from NASA's moon dust to NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, Federal Reserve. And I'm going to end it there. I just want to reiterate that these people are just going to go along with whatever agenda the powers that be want pushed through. And an example of this is their recommendations on homeschooling. I talked a little bit about it in other videos. They made it they've changed Connecticut laws for homeschooling. It's going to be difficult, complicated, and expensive to homeschool your children because of recommendations made by this committee. And they don't even know Adam Lanza's mental health history. You know, they're pulling shit out of their ass as far as I'm concerned with the recommendations, and the whole committee's bought and paid for, and it's bullshit. Thank you for your interest in Sandy Hook. Take care.